This is Dwight here with Retro Crypto. Today is March 3rd, 2022 at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the good old USA. Got a cool Hexagon video here for you. Got some things I really want to talk about today. But before we get started, I want to remind you guys, I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a love for cryptocurrency. It's essential that you do your own research. Always do your own research, no matter where you have received information from. Okay? Now, with that said, let's take a quick peek at the market today. It's okay. Anchor Protocol is still on the move, but it looks like everything's still on that pullback. Have you noticed that the market's been up to a continuous higher, higher lows, more or less? Just be thinking about that as we're moving forward, all right? A lot of higher lows, so don't get too excited. Because I already know some people jumped into the market and they wanted to get in as usual when it was green, and it's red again. But yeah. So anyway, let me jump forward here. First, I'm going to kind of go off topic a little bit today because I did something this morning. I was proud of my move. Then I got mad at myself because I broke a rule. All right, Hedron. I like this project. I like it a lot. I actually invested this morning before I went to work in it. I put just a few hundred, nothing crazy, but it's just out bottom. Shiba Inu people that got rich floor. You know what I mean? But here's my problem. When I did this, I broke a rule. Rule's really simple. This project is being built for Pulse Chain, but it's currently sitting on Ethereum. I said I wasn't going to do that no more. It had to be released on the chain that it was built for. And I kind of got sucked up and I went ahead and brought into it. But I'm still happy I did it, but I also broke a rule. But I'm a bit of a gambler, so it offsets. You know what I mean? Now, leading into everything I want to say here. All right, so I went ahead and dropped $300 in there, roughly, just to be on a super bottom floor. It wasn't really advantageous for me to take advantage of the airdrops with the transaction fee ratio to what I was going to receive and the value of it. So I said, you know what? Screw it. If I'm excited enough about the airdrop, buy some. Buy some on the bottom floor. I still think that's a good idea. So you may want to think about, change your thinking towards it. The airdrop just caught your attention. Now, with projects like, this is the other half, the important part, guys. Hedron, Liquid Loans, Mentra, Doge. I'm probably missing something. For some reason, I feel I'm mixing something. But those projects out there, that Richard Hart, he didn't bash on his videos, but he was not very, how would you say, supportive, because he wanted people to stay focused on PulseX at the time. And I was kind of wondering why he did that. And this morning, well, yesterday, I meant to say in the recording yesterday, it hit me. These projects what they did was they adopted his idea sacrificing freedom of speech and movement for taxation purposes, and you're no expectations of the work of others, and you're just donating it, the cash is gone, or whatever, you donate it. But everybody else has followed suit with that, which then interrupted Pulse X's sacrificing, if that makes sense to you. So he did not encourage it. He kind of disliked it or disapproved in so many words without saying that. And I thought it was kind of weird because you want Pulse Chain to grow, but then it all just clicked and it made sense to me. That inadvertently, not at their fault, but they were kind of stepping on his toes. So now Pulse X is done. Maybe he'll talk about some of these other projects a little bit. Who knows? I wish he would talk to somebody because he's been so quiet lately. And he is the leader of Hexicans, which then became Pulse Chainians, which then became Pulse Xians, which who knows what's next. You know what I mean? But I think he needs to be more vocal, especially with the way the market, how volatile it's been, and the massive pullback that Hex is experiencing right now. But so I'm about all in with Hedron as I'm going to be. I put a little bit of real money towards it because it is a bottom floor opportunity. So if you don't know, you can chart this on Coin Paprika. All right, because TradingView doesn't carry everything. It's kind of tricky, but it is on Coin Paprika, and then you can just use the TradingView feature in there. It's just the way it works. But yeah, so here we go right here. You see Hedron. There's not too much. It came out this week. It's still on a downward trend. It was only worthy of doing the airdrop, the very initial few people that got in right here. And of course, it did a drop from there. And it's just doing a continuous drop. I only thing I could really chart out that was worthy of being charted, guys, was the Bollinger Band. And you can see that it's just very much on the oversold side of things. So I might keep dollar cost averaging on this because, I mean, you're truly getting in on the bottom for something that could be big. And at this point, with Ethereum prices where they're at, you can start to take advantage of things that you want to be, what word would I want to use? Things that you want to prospect, when you want to prospect, basically, all right? Now, with that said, the market is on a downward trend. Do not forget that. And nobody knows where the bottom is. And the whole world feels like it's going down a bottomless pit right now. So you also want to take that into consideration. All right. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about Hedron initially. Now let's go on to my normal programming. Oh, by the way, guys, last time I looked, I had 955 subscribers. I need 45 subscribers. Please. I'm begging you. You got a man begging. Just hit that subscribe button. It's right there. Especially if you watched my videos before, you approved, you're watching it again, hit the subscribe button, and you'll be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. And if you can't do that, I understand. There's always a reason. Hit the like button. That takes 2 seconds. I greatly, you have no idea how much I appreciate it. I would thank you 50 million times. Trust me. The people out there that will watch this that know me, I will continuously keep saying thank you until you get sick of hearing me say thank you. And for all of those that did do it already, thank you. All right. Let's keep this rolling here. I'm going to go back into the normal program here. All right, we're going to take a quick look at the total overall market cap of cryptocurrency. It's starting to go into a downward trend right here, as you can see. Now, remember, this is all of it. So right now, it's currently sitting at $1.836 trillion. Now, you can see that the 20-day moving average is way above the 200, the 100, and the 50-day moving average, which is the green one, is moving in the right direction. That's good news. The MACD shows the market has entered into a bearish trend right here. As you can see that red right there. But overall, the overall crypto market right now, it looks healthy in my opinion, but it definitely looks like it's pulling back from that recent run up. Let's see if we can drag this out. This recent run up right here, it looks like it's pulling back down from it. All right. Now let's take a quick peek at the 2-hour chart. That's our new thing we like to do now. The 2-hour chart shows the 20 and the 50-day both in a good territory, but it does show the 20-day curving around, and it might cross over that 50-day. So yeah, we're pulling back. And the MACD on a 2-hour chart definitely have us going into a bearish trend there. All right. Now, I had this wedge I drew the other day. It's proven what we were wondering. It did not continue on an upward pattern. It broke it. It continued this way. So I'm going to leave it up till tomorrow. I'm just kind of curious to see what happens. But you can see where it curved over, and now it's down. So now it's dropping this way. So, yep, that's where we are right now with that. So we'll just leave it this way and see. Actually, no, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this one real quick here. We're going to remove this. Then we're going to take this one here. We're going to take it there, bring this around, and then we're going to watch this. And what we're doing is we're putting this line here, and we want to see if it's going, which way it goes. Because you kind of need a reference point. Without a reference point, it gets a little tricky. So we're going to create reference points just to track. What is the overall crypto market doing these days? I got 2 different style lines, but that's good. There we go. So I'm going to make that today. That way you can mark it, and we'll see what happens. All right, because what you want to see is if it's going to keep breaking it or if it's going to start going up this way. And the easiest way to track it is with to create a wedge going upward. Create a wedge, even if it's on a downward angle, whatever, just to see which way, if it's going to break out positive or break down negative. All right, let's take a peek here. Oh, let's look at the volume real quick. I should have. The volume's something special. All right, let's take a peek here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doing a bit of a pullback. Bitcoin is currently at $42,535. And you can see right here, it hit this resistance basically up here at 45,885 and it's curled back down. Well, you know how it happens. But it felt good while it happened. You know what I mean? It felt great. Now it is curving down towards the very strong support line of 38,865. So hopefully it continues to hold, but it did not break this resistance up here. And it is what it is. All right, and hopefully if that doesn't hold, the secondary will hold at 34 or 35,000. Also, you look at the RSI chart here, it is no longer in the oversold territory. It's actually hardcore neutral, as far as I'm concerned. Buy or sell is very neutral. I couldn't tell you to buy or I would hold. I wouldn't buy right now. I think it's good. I think it's going to do another pullback, guys. All right. You got to remember the whole world is so volatile. Nobody knows what's up or what's down right now with Ukraine. Things are being rewritten right in front of your very eyes. Yeah, it's hard to say what's going to happen, because the problems with the world banking system has been proven by the way Russia, who should be punished, has been shut out. But it's going to have every action has a reaction. All right. All right. Oh, sorry, guys. But that surgery I had is getting bothered me just right now, but I'm fine. All right, here we go. You got this triangle, this little purplish, bluish triangle right here. It's a change for the previous trend. We were doing good. Hit one bearish continuation right here. And then we had a short signal right here. This short signal was at 11 o'clock today. So yeah, Bitcoin's definitely doing a pullback. If you look at the fear and greed indicator down here, we're definitely in the fearful section of it. You see all this sell volume, right? All this sell pressure volume down here. So yeah, Bitcoin's pulling back, guys. Let's see what we got here. All right, we're gonna look at the moving averages for Bitcoin. The 50-day has crossed over the 20-day. That is not a good thing. It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't consider it a death cross, but I don't like it. I'd much rather have the 20-day moving average over the 50 than over the 100 than over the 200. That's the ideal world, but it has curved around. But oops, look, I have this on a 1-hour chart. Let's jump to the 4-hour chart, which is ooh. Sorry, guys, that's not what I was expecting. Okay, on a 4-hour chart, 20-day moving average is way up. That's good. The 50-day is about to cross 100-day and approaching the 200-day. So the 4-hour chart actually has Bitcoin looking pretty healthy right now. But I still think it's going to, my gut, which is just a gut feeling, it's not much to base it on, just by looking at the different charts. I'm saying Bitcoin is in the middle, it's currently pulling back, but I'm not sure how far it's going to, let's go back, the recurve, yeah, it's going to pull back. No, that's for the moving day averages there. And then we got the MACD, which definitely has the bearish territory. If we look at the 2-hour moving averages, 2 hours, okay, it's not the greatest. You got the 20-day still up here, but it's curving around down. So yeah, and then if you look at the 1-hour moving average right here, the 50-day actually covered the 20. So you're watching it as it happens. So you see this purple and the green. Purple is a 20-day. Boom. Boom. And boom. So yeah. So short term, it's definitely going bearish. So that's where it's headed, guys. All right, but the more you expand out, the healthier it looks. All right, so we'll jump over here to this chart. Fib, I think yesterday said, I don't know why this Fib's up here, but I'm going to say it again. All right, until Bitcoin crosses over this 50,739 marker, I will consider it in bearish territory. It needs to cross over this before I say that it's going bullish again. And right now it's finding weakness, but the market is so unpredictable right now. It's hard to say what's going to happen with the world, guys. All right. Let's take a look at HEX. That's why we're all here anyway. A bunch of Hexicans. All right. Here we go. Always, when in doubt, whip it out, stretch it out. All right. So here you go right here, guys. Always pull the chart out so that you don't get discouraged, because you are witnessing an extreme pullback on HEX. HEX is currently at 12 cents. Is that correct? Yeah, 12 and a half cents. But if you pull this out and you go backwards on the chart, and we're going to go back until 1 year from now, so that would have been March 3rd. March 3rd, HEX was worth 0.013 cents. And HEX is currently worth 12 cents, 12.125. So that's a heck of a increase in 1 year. You just got to keep that in mind, guys. I know it's difficult, but just try to stay positive. Now, with this downtrend with HEX, I really do hope that Richard Hart does an AMA, because people are getting weak in their knees. They're posting things. They're starting to, they're not diamond hands. You know what I mean? Weak-handed at best. And you got to hodl, but you got to hodl smartly, because sometimes it's time to sell. and take some profits. And, I mean, it is what it is, guys. I'm not going to expect somebody to hold something that's going down. I mean, take profits. I wish I took profits. I'll keep it real. All right? But I'm a true HEX. I really believe in HEX, guys. I saw somebody post one of my messages, one of my videos that, you know, HEX is going away. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's on a slight downtrend. That's all. When Paul's chain the whole HEX is going to continue to crash down until Paul's chain goes live because people are frustrated. And they haven't lost faith, but they're frustrated and they get bored. It is what happened. And they start, you know, looking other places. So just stay strong, Hexicans. It's gonna be cool. But anyway, back to the what I'm supposed to be talking about. You see this downtrend here. It's been on a downtrend forever, and the uptrend line is currently holding. We'll have to see what happens there. All right, so let's go over here. Drew this the other day. This got to make this a little bigger. All right. It looks, well, it's going to break across this box very shortly. This wedge we have going down, that's the two white lines. And right now it's just running parallel. But it looks like, where you see that green, there's a moment that you would think it's going to break out. But it looks like it's going to continue the downtrend. But I'm going to leave it on there till tomorrow so we can see exactly what happened. The blue wedge line is still in play here. And at some point before it gets to this point here, it should either break up or break down. All right. It looks like it's about to break down, though, guys. Just so you know. Now, you say to me, your next question is, all right, Dwight, well, how low is it going to go? Do you really want to know? It will go down to 0.11 cents, which is 11 cents, will be the first support line, roughly. And then the next very strong support line will be down at 8 cents. So it can go down to 8 cents, guys. Now, when it does get to the 8 cents marker, it's a very strong support, but just be emotionally prepared for it. There's nothing we can do about it. Where are you, Richard? Richard Hart, come on. Give us some energy. Peter Schiff, he's not enough energy. We need some, like, Meet Kevin energy. Somebody like that. Richard Hart, Peter Schiff, I said to somebody at work today, you know who Peter Swift is, right? Chef is. And they're like, nope. And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Anyway, RSI for HEX is on the oversold side of things. So it's definitely on a buy side, guys. It's a great buying opportunity, a great dollar cost averaging opportunity. I dollar cost average every day. Cardano, Polkadot, and Mana. Every day I dollar cost average. Polkadot's a little frustrating, whole separate subject. They're so slow moving. But every day I dollar cost. And I mean, it's been going on for months. So when I'm at work, people were like, wait a minute, that's like $40 a day. You do 20 Cardano, 10 and 10. I was like, yeah, that's real money, guys. And my wife leaves me alone because she's finally sold on cryptocurrency. But it was a long battle, let me tell you. You see the volume here is also down for HEX. So, yeah, great buying opportunity. All right, so we take a look here at my HEX on my market cipher chart, my knockoff flea market version, poor man's version of this. Counterfeit. It's not counterfeit. They just rebuilt it, guys. Let's see here. Well, it is counterfeit, I guess. If I call it market cipher, it's counterfeit. Yes. All right. But right here, you have the purple bluish triangle here. You'll see that these littles right here, these are the bullish continuations. Then there's a bearish continuation. Then there's a short signal. And we've been dropping ever since. Now, you look, it's definitely interfering. No, it's not completely interfering greed. It is showing HEX entering into a bit of a greed category. So maybe there's a change about to come about. And you know, HEX does usually do better when Bitcoin pulls back. So we'll have to wait and see how this is going to play out, guys. Let's make this a 2-hour chart. And on the 2-hour chart, you're going to see that HEX, the fear and greed, the greed is looking much stronger on the 2-hour chart. And there is a slightly more good positive buy volume going on. I'm sorry, that's the 3-hour chart. 2-hour chart should be even better. Yeah, it's even better. 2-hour chart's better. Now let's jump into the 1-hour chart just to see. 1-hour chart has HEX definitely going. It's going to be going lower, guys. Just embrace it. Prepare yourself mentally. If we look at the Bollinger Bands, it is. Maybe I should tell you what I saw. You see this? That's a short signal that just happened on a 1-hour chart. Just happened. It's a short signal. What a trend, a previous trend change right here. So yeah. With two potential manipulation signals here. So, yeah. HEX is going to go lower, guys. Bollinger Band. You can see here with the Bollinger Bands, HEX is on the oversold side of things. It's because it's riding this bottom line right here. And I'll stretch this out for you. There's the volume on the bottom. That way, kind of help represent it a little bit better. All right. But honestly, that's probably it for the HEX side of things. And I know a lot of you HEX kings refuse to learn about Cardano. You're going to pay the price for it. I suggest you stick around, hear what I have to say about Cardano real quick. But if not, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. Now let's go to Cardano, guys. Cardano. If you don't know, I love Cardano. Cardano. All right, here we go. All right. Cardano's been on a downward trend forever, guys. It's been on a downward trend since September 1st. Got up to, what was it, $3 or almost $3? Yeah, it was at $3. Now it's sitting at a nice, sweet 90 cents. Excellent opportunity to buy into the market, guys. Cardano's not going nowhere, and Cardano's going to be a real player. All that FUD, all that trash talk, I think people are starting to come around and realize that Cardano's here to stay, and it's going to be a serious competitor. Why don't you be on the bottom floor instead of trying to jump a Cardano when it's ran up to $3 or $4? You know what I mean? Because that's what people do. Right now, it's sitting at 90 cents. Great opportunity. I've been in Cardano since 7 cents, but unfortunately, I love my wife and I like to listen to her and run things through her. So we chose not to go as heavily. She chose for me not to go as heavily as I wanted to. I love her. But anyway, guys. So we're going to see here. Let's take a look over here at Cardano right here. The Cardano and Bollinger Bands definitely have its own oversold side of things. Cardano moving averages are getting a little better. The 4-hour moving average is a little better, but I wouldn't brag about it. Here's the 20-day about to cross over the 100-day. 200 still way up here. But all I see is buying opportunities because every day I buy $20 of Cardano. So like today, 90 cents. Yesterday, 90 cents. Day before, 85 cents. And I mean, this was going on for months and months. So I have full faith for Cardano, guys. Look here. Well, Market Cypher says that Cardano is going to be dropping a little bit more. So it looks like it is going to hit that 85-cent range, is where I kind of thought it was going to be going. Fear and greed indicator is high. So if you want to hold out, and it looks like you probably will have a good chance of hitting it around 85 cents, the way it's been acting lately, that is a very strong support area. Let me drag this over. Yep, there's a strong support right there at 85 cents. I'll make a support line for you guys here. Boom, there it is. 83, 85, you know, you get the idea. Let me move this up a little bit. I'm gonna go with 85 with this one, guys. 84. All right, 84 cents. Now this is a wedge I recently drew. You see that it did not continue to bounce and go upward. It definitely is on a downward trend still. So we're gonna adjust this today. Put this here and put this here. And what my goal of it is to keep tracking which way is it going to go. Because that's all I really care about, guys. Which way are you going to break? Are you going to break up or are you going to break down? Right? You know what? I'm not. Let me get this right here. Because you definitely want to see it breaking upwards. And I'll put this here, this here. And we'll see which way it goes. All right. I'm going to predict that this it's probably going to break pretty down. Yeah, it's probably coming back down to 84 cents for what I see right here. It's definitely a downward trend still. RSI is on the oversold little bit side of things. And the volume is down. Volume is very down for Cardano. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys on Cardano today, if you look back at my video from yesterday, let me refresh this. You'll notice that MuesliSwap, I've been tracking things with MuesliSwap because a lot of these are up and running on the tracking sites. You'll see MuesliSwap, there's different opportunities every day. Pavia, I think Pavia is a good one to get into, guys. Pavia is a bottom floor metaverse, and it's a real metaverse. A lot of metaverses out there, projects claiming metaverses, weren't metaverses. It was just like a lot of projects claiming to be blockchains aren't really blockchains. They're blockchain based, but they're not really blockchains or layer 1 blockchains, layer 2. They're not even layer 2s. But whereas this, Pavia, without a question, is a true metaverse, all right? Being built from the ground up on Cardano. So it's something you guys really want to look into there. And here is GT, the one that was taking off like crazy. It's in the middle of a bit of a pullback. I want to see what happens to it. Milk is for MuesliSwap. I love MuesliSwap, by the way, guys. They got some quirky things, but I have much more faith in them than SunnySwap. I'm just not a fan of it. Liquid Lungs, there's all kinds of good projects. And I need to do a whole video just for Cardano one day. But anyway, guys, Market is crazy. Anything that you guys want to see in my video, leave a comment. Matter of fact, leave a comment just to say hi. More comments I get, the more people that YouTube will put my videos in front of that have not seen them yet. Also, make sure you subscribe. Please share my videos. The biggest thing you can do for me right now, you want to help me, share it to other people that may be interested so I can maybe get some more subscribers. And make sure at bare minimum you hit that like button. Now, today, I'm going to have to close out with stay blessed, stay happy, and most of all, stay a Hessican. All right, guys. Peace out.